house. This is not a house. It is a floating palace that costs $50 million just for the interior.
Inside, rare marble, exotic woods, and gold leaf cover every surface.
But beneath the luxury lies a brutal environment of steel, vibration, and salt water.
Everything you see must be engineered to within a millimeter, while floating on a moving ocean. There are no assembly lines here. Every panel is a prototype. One mistake in measurement can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. It takes 4 years and 1,000 artisans to turn a steel box into a masterpiece. This is the engineering behind the world's most expensive interiors.
Long before a saw touches wood, the process begins in a quiet design studio. Every room is built virtually first. 3D modeling is critical to avoid clashes with pipes and wires.
Unlike a house, a ship's walls are curved, slanted, and full of structural ribs. They must hide miles of cabling and HVAC ducts behind these luxury panels. Once the digital blueprint is locked, the physical work begins, but not on the ship.
To ensure perfection, the interior is built twice. First, as a cheap plywood mock-up.
Using low-cost materials, carpenters construct a full-scale skeleton of the main rooms.
This allows the owner to physically walk the space and feel the volume.
They test everything, from the height of the bar to the reach of the light switches. Only after the client signs off on the mock-up does the real manufacturing begin.
The mock-up is scanned for final dimensions, then dismantled.
Now, the cheap wood is replaced by some of the rarest materials on Earth. Sourcing teams travel the globe to find the perfect stone and timber. In Italy, they select massive blocks of Carrara marble.
But solid stone is too heavy for a yacht. It would affect the vessel's speed and stability.
The solution is high-tech slicing. The massive block is cut into veneers only a few millimeters thick. To give it strength without weight, it's bonded to an aluminum honeycomb core. Aerospace-grade epoxy fuses the stone to the aluminum.
The result is a panel that looks like solid rock, but weighs 80% less.
These composite panels are then cut to precise shapes using water jets.
Slabs are book-matched, so the veins mirror each other perfectly.
While the stone is cut, the joinery team tackles the woodwork.
They don't use solid logs. They use veneers sliced from a single tree to ensure color consistency across the entire ship.
Software decides exactly where to cut to maximize yield and match the grain.
Lasers cut the intricate shapes with zero physical force, preventing splintering.
Superyacht interiors are famous for curves. Flat plywood won't work here.
The veneer is glued to a curved substrate and placed in a vacuum bag. For the most exclusive areas, artisans create marquetry, painting with wood. The raw wood enters the clean room for finishing. Dust is the enemy here.
To achieve a piano finish, they apply up to 15 layers of high-gloss varnish.
The final step is buffing until the wood looks like glass.
Inspectors use special lights to find microscopic scratches.
It's not just wood and stone. Custom metalwork provides the jewelry for the room.
Bathroom fixtures are often plated in 24-karat gold. Back at the shipyard, the steel hull is ready. But you can't just screw these panels to the wall.
Engines generate massive vibration. If the interior touches the steel, the luxury experience is ruined.
The solution is a floating floor system.
Rubber mounts isolate the interior room from the ship's structure. Layers of acoustic damping material and fireproofing are added.
Essentially, they are building a separate room inside the ship that never touches the hull.
Before the panels arrive, miles of cabling must be secured.
Steel welds warp during construction. The digital model must be updated with reality.
To minimize time on the ship, entire rooms are dry assembled in the factory first.
Then, heartbreakingly, they take it all apart.
Each piece is labeled, wrapped, and crated. It's a logistical nightmare.
Trucks carry the puzzle pieces to the shipyard. Cranes lift the crates onto the deck or through side shell doors.
Logistics teams distribute the crates to the exact deck and room required. Installation usually starts with the ceiling, hiding the complex HVAC systems.
Panels are clipped onto the floating subframe. No visible screws are allowed. Once the walls and ceilings are in, the final flooring is laid. seams are hand-stitched to be invisible. LEDs are tuned to the exact color temperature requested by the owner. TVs rise from cabinets or hide behind mirrors.
Audiophiles tune the sound system for the specific acoustics of the room.
All right, pivot. Watch the edge.
Everything must be secured for rough seas, often with hidden pins. Multi-million-dollar art pieces are installed with theft and damage protection.
Handrails are wrapped in hand-stitched leather.
The galley is fitted out like a Michelin star restaurant kitchen.
Even the crew areas are finished to a high standard, though more durable.
Artisans rush to fix these last-minute issues. A deep clean removes every speck of construction dust.
The ultimate test: sea trials. Does the interior rattle when the engines hit full power?
They check if drawers slide open or doors swing in a turn.
After 4 years, the puzzle is complete.
The wood, the stone, the light, it all works as one seamless environment.
The yacht was vast, opulent, and silent. A perfect place for a man like Mr. Thorne to disappear.
It took 1 million man-hours and $50 million.
But the true value isn't just the gold or marble. It's the engineering that makes it float.
It is the pinnacle of modern craftsmanship.
A floating masterpiece, built to conquer the ocean in style.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more deep dives into industrial engineering.